Oh man, you are not going to believe the comments I got from my last video reviewing Sia's new movie Music featuring an autistic character. Well, I'm going to share them with you. Yeah, but only the bad ones. Hey, let's do it.
And now, here's your neurologically different host, Orion Kelly.
Hey, I'm Orion and I'm autistic. I was diagnosed later in life, and since that diagnosis, I've devoted my time to advocating for autistic people right across the planet. I do that with my blogs, podcasts, and these YouTube videos with one goal in mind, and that is to raise the level of understanding and acceptance of autistic people. So, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notifications bell so you never miss another episode. That'd be amazing, help me reach even more people. Plus, you can find me on socials. You can like the Orion Kelly page on Facebook. You can also follow me on Twitter, or if you'd like, head on over to Instagram and hit that follow button. Plus, you can visit my website, orionkelly.com.au. On my website, you'll find everything I do, blogs, podcasts, and these YouTube videos, and you can get in touch and say hey. Okay, here we go. Now it's gonna get a little confrontational, maybe a little bit emotional, because in this video, I'm responding to comments I received from a YouTube video I did where I reviewed Sia's new movie Music featuring an autistic character and Sia's response to the autistic community on social media. Now that video has been viewed many times, but I've had some seriously mean comments. So let's take on those mean comments head on in this very special video, which is just gonna go boom. Right, let's start with a quick catch up, okay? If you haven't seen my previous video where I reviewed Sia's new movie Music starring an autistic character and also her response to the autistic community on social media, well, the catch up is simple. Sia has a new movie out. Well, it's not technically out until early 2021, but the trailer was released in November 2020 to her new movie called Music, which stars an autistic character played by Maddie Ziegler, who is neurotypical. Okay, I've got the comments. Mean and really offensive comments made to me about my video. That is, an autistic person commenting on a movie with an autistic character. I thought I was relatively qualified, but I was mistaken. Comment number 1. This comment said Sia did not do it with the intentions of offending the autism community. There are different kinds of autism. They should not criticize the film without knowing what it's going to be about. There are different kinds of autism. You are autistic or you are not autistic. Autistic, not autistic. And the autism spectrum is just that. It's not linear. It's not a line from low to high. It's not, yep, you're on the autism line. No, you're on the autism spectrum, right? But please tell me more about these different kinds, person who's not autistic. I can't wait. I shouldn't criticize the film before I know what it's about? Well, the trailer made it pretty clear it centers around, and in fact, the title character, Music, is an autistic teenager, so I'm pretty sure I know what it's about. And all my thoughts and comments were not only about the casting and the portrayal of that character, but also the response Sia gave autistic people on social media. So I'm going to go ahead and say I know what it's about and I don't approve. But bottom line, what it's about is completely irrelevant. It's what it portrays. It's what it represents. That's what's relevant. Who's ready for comment number 2? Good, let's go. This comment says, this was an effort from Sia to raise a little awareness, and I am ashamed of a community of people who find it within themselves to tear this woman down when her intentions were pure. As an autistic person, I don't want celebrity-produced inspiration porn under the guise of awareness. I'm not looking for awareness. I'm aware of many things that I don't approve of or don't accept or don't understand. Awareness is useless. I'm after understanding, genuine understanding of autistic people. That leads to genuine acceptance of autistic people. You can't create genuine understanding and acceptance of autistic people by misrepresenting them with some Hollywood-inspired, generically crafted, badly misrepresented, drowning in stereotypes autistic character. I don't need neurotypicals to advocate for me. Okay, there may be some autistic people who can't advocate for themselves, but I'm going to go ahead and say other autistic people like me, we're here devoting our time and energy to advocating for the autistic community. We don't need neurotypicals with no genuine lived insight into autism trying to advocate and provide a little awareness. And using an autistic character in a misrepresented way to, in essence, make money at the box office while ignoring and belittling the autistic community is not the actions of pure intentions. Raising a little awareness is just the point. It's tokenistic. It's superficial. It's ableist propaganda that's really only designed to make neurotypical people feel better about themselves. Comment number 3. And this comment says, make your own movie. What this comment fails to see, and fails horribly, is that this story was never Sia's to tell. This was never about saying the autistic community could make a better movie. This came down to casting a neurotypical person in the role of an autistic person and the way autistic people were treated both in the casting process and through comments on social media. The simple goal was to convey to neurotypical people, to Hollywood, that autistic people can tell their own stories. And that's actually what we want to do. But don't take it to the nth degree here. No, we can tell our own stories in a script neurotypical people may have written and produced as an autistic character played by an autistic actor. That's telling our own story. It's so much deeper, more genuine, more real. And it's not always about making our own stories. It's being given the opportunity to tell an autistic story within a broader neurotypical story. And the point about autistic people wanting to tell our own stories is actually really important, profoundly important, because what it does is it highlights the damage that has been done by movies and TV shows being produced by neurotypical people with autistic characters. More often than not, these one-dimensional, stereotypical, Hollywood-style autistic people do nothing but damage the autistic community, and the misconceptions are perpetuated within the neurotypical community, and the work becomes harder to get people to understand us better and accept us. So this comes from a good place. We can tell our own story. Sure, you may produce the script, you may make the movie, but if there's an autistic character, use an autistic actor, right? Let us tell our story in your story. Sure, we can tell our own stories and we can make our own movies and we can make our own TV shows, but we can also be included in mainstream neurotypical TV shows and movies, playing the roles we were born to play. All right, final comment, comment number 4. I think you're gonna love this one. This comment says, the autistic character of the movie had severe autism, mean extremely disabled. People with severe autism usually can speak. I think that should be can't speak, but I don't know. I'm just reading the quote verbatim. Lower IQ, extremely sensitive to crowd and bright light. There's no way a person with severe autism would have pulled off that character. Oh my goodness. The idea that the only autistic actor who could have played the autistic role in music was an autistic actor with the same support or care needs as the character is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's utterly stupid. And part of this problem has actually come from the wider community, the neurotypical community's view that labels like severe autism or extremely disabled or can't speak or low IQ a view that these are appropriate, that these are correct labels. But the fact is, they are inappropriate. They are ill-informed. They are misguided labels. The idea that you would think it's appropriate to not only think those things, but put them down in writing shows exactly why I had to make that video. The point being, autistic people telling autistic stories provide genuine, real, lived experiences, thoughts, feelings, opinions, preferences of autistic people, and break down those weird labels and misconceptions. Without that, we're stuck with this, with these stupid, hurtful labels. And by the way, the argument that only an autistic actor who matched the support care needs of the autistic character could play that character, it's so ridiculous because that standard isn't applied in any other form of casting, right? This shouldn't be groundbreaking, but newsflash, an autistic actor can play an autistic character better than a neurotypical person. As an autistic person, I view myself through a strengths and challenges model, okay? Rather than a medical model. A medical model puts labels and levels on me, but they are purely for diagnosis. They feature in a DSM-5 diagnosis criteria that healthcare professionals would use to diagnose an autistic person. Now that may be helpful for them in the diagnostic process, but in the lived experience of an autistic person, there's a wide-ranging preference that we focus on our individual challenges and strengths. In other words, not one autistic person is the same as another autistic person. We all have our own individual challenges and strengths, certain levels or certain functioning types. These are all really hurtful, unhelpful labels. We are autistic or we are not autistic. So I don't know how this argument got such traction. It's completely ridiculous. You do not have to cast an autistic actor who is exactly the same as the autistic character. That standard is not applied in any other form of casting. It's ridiculous. All autistic people have individual challenges and strengths, but they are all autistic. We have lived autistic experience. We know what it's like to be autistic. If you have an autistic character, an autistic actor can better tell that autistic story than a neurotypical actor. It just shows how important it actually is to not only write better autistic characters, but have autistic actors play those roles to bring them to life in a genuine, meaningful way. Oh, and by the way, the comment about there's no way a person with severe autism, God's sakes, couldn't have pulled off the role is absolute rubbish. Anyone who is autistic, whose special interest is performing or acting regardless of their care needs, will be so obsessively focused on their special interest. You will not find a more skilled, trained person in their craft to convey that story. I say, give them the opportunity with an environment that supports them and just watch them. So to those people who watched my video and provided such offensive, mean, ill-informed comments, I thank you. It was because of those comments that more people saw my video. And it gave me the idea for a new video. This one. I can't wait for your comments. In the meantime, you might want to check out more of my videos. You can comment on those too if you'd like. And subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video to comment about. Look forward to it.